Hello everyone, good morning. How are we today? My name is Rachel and I am an independent pharmacy consultant, and I have decided to record this video this morning of me doing a full face of, well, nearly a full face of pharmacy makeup, also sharing my journey within pharmacy and my relaunch. I do suffer with anxiety. I have got body dysmorphia, and I do tend to glance out of the window just to try and ground myself. And I try not to get too anxious and loud. So if I do seem loud on my video, that just simply means my anxiety and this body dysmorphia is really having an effect on me. Not all products in this video are going to be pharmacy. That is because the products that are not pharmacy I find are more suited for my skin than the pharmacy equivalent. That's nothing against the pharmacy version of that product, it's just that product does not agree with my skin. And that one of those products are primers. I double up on my primer simply because I find one is mega hydrating, and for my T-zone that is a must for me, and I need the staying power on a good day. So one of the products two of the primers I'm using is the NYX Cosmetics Like Glow and the Maybelline Grippy Serum Primer. The serum primer is the one I find really hydrating, and as I said, for my T-zone specifically, that's needed. Both of these primers are really good at making my makeup last and all day. I don't do my makeup obviously when I go to the gym or anything like that. Nothing against anyone who wants glam for the gym. That's just not who I am. I don't do that for me personally. I am training for half marathons next year. My Garmin unfortunately didn't survive. That is annoying and really frustrating for me, to be honest with you, because I like analytics, I like data, but other than that, training is going well. I am considering recording and uploading my training for that. That is just something I need to think on and decide if that's something I want to share and be very vulnerable about, because there are some nasty people out there, and I'm plus size, and as I said, I have really bad body dysmorphia, and it really is detrimental to my confidence on times. So one thing I do when it comes to my makeup is I do my eye makeup first, and that's because with my mascara I tend to smudge it without meaning to, and there can be some fallout from the eyeshadows. That's not that they're not good, it's just some eyeshadows are more powdery than others. So that's what I'm going to start with, and I am scatterbrained. I am scattered over things pretty much everywhere, so please do bear with me. Where's my eyeshadow? There's my eyeshadow primer. I knew I'd seen it, which is there. Again, I got my mirror here. I got hair on me. 2 seconds. Here you are. I think I got, no, not quite. We got it. And this is Farmasi eyeshadow primer. A really, really good eyeshadow. Sticks to it, and pigments really do pop, I find, with it. Because my dysmorphia, I do struggle to blend things effectively, so I'm learning to be patient with myself with this as well. It's not nice having body dysmorphia. It is horrible. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. And believe me, I've got a few people I don't like, but I wouldn't wish it on them neither. I can't. Thank you. So that's the Farmasi eyeshadow primer. Then I am going to go in with the Farmasi Glam Up palette, which is a 12 pan palette, and the shades are stunning, and there is a protective film attached to the palette, so it prevents contamination and bacteria build-up. Where's the brush I used earlier? There you are. Sorry guys, like I said, I am scatterbrained. I've gone live today as well, and I've got hair on me. I can feel it. Sorry guys, I've got me. I think I got it. Have I? Feels like I've got hair attached to me. So I'm going to go in with shade Magnolia. That is, and my film has come off, so I'm going to have to remove that. And this is going to be my transition shade over my lid. And as I said, this is my transition shade, so it's not going to be... Why have I got things sticking to me? I know the primer's good, but come on guys. They got it, I think. So this is shade Magnolia. I do tend to repeat myself as well guys. It's not intentional as such, is to keep myself on track with what I'm doing. As I said, I am coming off a dysmorphia episode, and I'm not the least bit happy about it, and it's something I'm learning to live with. I'm going to try something different today. My normal sort of combination is Warm Teddy and Dubai, but I want to try Nefertiti today, and maybe some gold tail in my crease and outer corner. So I think that's what I'm going to try today. So going in with gold tail in the crease of my, and that looks really nice actually. Don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but that looks absolutely stunning. I do quite like that. There you go, it's all around my mouth. So with my half marathon training, I have 3 training runs per week, and I really enjoy the runs. How I just feel like I got, oh, I'm just itching everywhere today. Sorry guys. Feels like I got hair and fur and everything on me. I got a very fluffy cat and a French bulldog. And even though the French bulldog is a short-haired dog, they shed. And now I'm going in with shade Nefertiti. As you can see, I'm just dabbing the pan. I'm gonna apply that to my lid. I quite like that. It's not as, I do like that combo. It really makes my eyes stand out actually. I do like that. So blend them together so it doesn't look so crazy. I do like that combo. It really makes my eyes stand out. I do like that combo. Back into gold tail for my other eye. And guys, I do apologize. Like I said, it's my first video recording for YouTube. Makeup wise, I'm figuring this out and stuff like that. But I do not like this feeling of fur on my face. I really don't. Out the corner of my eye as well. Guys, as I try to explain, I can go quiet. That's not me being rude. It's just I'm new to creating content. And then back in with Nefertiti. And the dog has decided to wander. Here we go, come on dude. To Nefertiti onto my lid. Come on. Again, these are all Farmasi products, but not all products I'm using today is. I do like this combination actually, it's really nice. Okay, see if I can get myself a blending brush. There you are. Blend those together. So does anyone have anything nice planned for today? I am waiting a delivery of dog food, and then I may go for a walk if it's not too late a delivery. So that's my eyeshadow, and it's a new combination, and I think I like it, though maybe it's too much of the one sort of similar shades to use. Let's do my brow gel next. If I find my little applicator thingy. I am scatterbrained today, Viva. Scatterbrained today. I don't do too good with I get sporadic thoughts, but following through on them I panic. So I am going in with the Farmasi brow setting wax, and I really like this product. As you can see, the definition, I actually get to shape my brows and less caterpillary in effect, which nobody likes caterpillar eyebrows. I certainly don't. So I'm relaunching Farmasi. It's not my own personal business that I am a brand ambassador for them. But I have recently relaunched after a period away for personal concerns and issues and reasons I'm as yet not going to sort of go into, but they are, or they were serious. They've since been rectified and dealt with, but it's not been an easy time for me, and I burnt out with all of the stress, the anxiety, the frustrations of everything I was going through. I felt inadequate. I felt like I wasn't good enough to do this full time, and I genuinely thought, okay, walk away and let's not pretend that I'm any good at this. You know, I'm wasting time. I'm not, you know, just a lot of negative sort of self-talk that still to this day still has an effect on me. But since coming back, and again, nothing to do with my previous upline, it was just a lot going on personally that really got into my head, and not in a positive way. I sort of questioned every decision I ever made. I didn't think I was good enough, or I was contributing enough, that I wasn't sort of trying hard enough. And I simply just said enough's enough. Nothing, absolutely nothing whatsoever against the company. The company's amazing. Only launched in the UK roughly 2, maybe 3 years ago now. As I said, I was determined to never relaunch. Like, look, I'm done with this sort of scenario. And I came across my current upline. Her stories just inspired me and gave me a confidence boost that I never would have had previously. And I watched her for a while in regards to her stories, and her passion was infectious. Like, is infectious as well, not just was, it is infectious every day. And I remember reaching out to her and being absolutely terrified, like proper pulling my knickers, terrified. Like, what if this woman is like, yeah, no, this isn't happening. And I was honest about the burnout. I was honest about the personal issues I had been going through in that period of my time, of my life rather. And she was more than understanding. She jumped on a video call with me, and we spoke about my goals, where I wanted Farmasi to go, what I wanted from Farmasi, and how Farmasi would be like supporting me and building me the life that I want. And I explained that I was massively interested in the nutrition side of the company, as well as obviously the beauty side, but I explained about my body dysmorphia, what I'd gone through, what caused it, not going into it on here. But she was very understanding, very empathetic about it, and she was just like, right, okay, then we'll work with that, but within sort of like my parameters, that's the word, within sort of like my capabilities, what I could feel up to doing each day, and the support she's given personally one-to-one is incredible, and the wider team has just been properly supportive and encouraging, and that has kept the passion sort of alive within myself, and this reignited the self-belief that actually I can do this, I am doing this. Right, this is where I struggle now with my eyes. 2 seconds, guys. I have a tendency of overthinking things and questioning everything, again, because of the dysmorphia, and my eyeliner is going to look crazy, I know it is. As I said, I'm sort of struggling with anxiety at the moment, but I want to make money, I want to make this work, so I've got to work through this, and I've got to be honest with it as well, and not put pressure on myself. And I need it understood that I'm not feeling pressured to be doing this video. It's something I want to do. It's a personal challenge for me doing this. It's getting me out of my comfort zone, and I'm enjoying it. As scary as it is, it's scary to be vulnerable and honest and stepping out in a way you normally would, and that is way too high up on my eye, but guess what, and I've just snapped that. Okay, off you come and start again. Like I said, it's just one of those days, things happen that don't go according to plan, but I'm feeling pretty good. As in, new to the world of uploading to YouTube, so I'm learning as I go, but I'm proud of myself, and I've got to keep telling myself that, not because I'm trying to convince myself of that, but simply because sometimes that reminder that I am doing something, even if it doesn't feel like a lot, and I have to be kind to myself. And if by uploading I inspire someone else to take care of themselves and to play with makeup, then I'm happy. This is for me. This is for myself. And let's use this mascara. So I'm using our new, was it Royal Cherry Collection mascara. I'm warming up a little bit between my hands. I've also used the Farmasi eyeliner pencil in brown, and the brow pencil also, I think this is in brown as well. Yeah, so this is in shade medium brown, and the eyeliner is deep brown as well, and I believe the Royal Cherry mascara is black. And this is new, so I'm excited to see how this defines my eyes. And this is the wand, and I love these types of wands for my lashes because they actually lift and separate and define my lashes better. And I do my base, do my eyes before I do my base, simply because there's nearly always some sort of mishap. Sorry guys, I'm coming up, not used to doing this on video. And guys, I have no filters on this video, and I'm uploading it as soon as I finish, so there is no edits or additions or filters applied. And again, no disrespect or nastiness to anyone who uses filters. I want to keep this as natural as possible. So look at the difference. This mascara is growing on me, honestly. It really, I was unsure when I first tried this mascara, but it is growing on me. I do like that. Oh. My anxiety has decided to make an appearance, so I'm trying to think about something other than that. So when I go for my walk after, I may just take the dog up onto the mountain behind mine and walk around there. He's not been up there in a while, though I do need to be careful because the sun has been out and the weather has been absolutely stunning recently, and that means some snakes are going to be out on the paths sunning themselves, and I don't want to get bitten, and I don't want Hugo, my Frenchie, to be bitten. So I'm going to have to really think about where I walk him later. And if I don't take him up on to the mountain behind mine, I may just take him up to the river. Not that he'd go into the river, mind, unless he's really thirsty. But I could go wading through that with him and help him cool down as best as I can, because it is quite a warm one out there today. I won't be until this evening that I walk him, because right now it is 29, maybe even 30 degrees outside. Just way too warm to be walking him without risking him burning his paws on the concrete. What else? Oh, come on, anxiety, die down, darling. You no need for this. Come on. Come on. Breathe, girl. You got this. Come on. That's better. Oh. So that's my eyes done. I'm very happy with that. Brows may need a bit more product, so I'm going to see how I feel with the look at the end. So again, scatterbrained, what am I looking for? What am I missing? I got you, and this, I can see how this is well. So I am going in next with the Farmasi FX Pro Camera Ready foundation, and I believe this is either shade Ivory or Porcelain. I think it's Porcelain. It might be a bit dark for summer, but it's what I've got, so this is what I'm going to be working with. And I can take, let's do my concealer first. I don't normally do that. Do I want to do my concealer first? No, don't. Do foundation, that way you know. So 3 pumps of foundation, and then I take, and is this the brush I used? I don't remember the brush I used for earlier on. It definitely wasn't that one. Oh, well, it's going to be this one. And what I do is I take it and I stipple it into the bristles of my brush, and I find this actually makes the foundation apply easier and more even. I normally apply it with a beauty blender, but mine are drying after I gave them a wash, and I just stipple the foundation on. Don't you topple over, guys. And I take my time with this because I try and get as even a coverage as I can, but also to keep myself nice and calm and not rush anything and sort of feel rushed, and that's me rushing myself. It's not any sort of like viewer sort of thing, that's just my anxiety, my dysmorphia. And I do tend to check in quite a bit with myself as well, with how I look via my mirror versus on camera, and that can be helpful, but sometimes it can actually be quite detrimental and really affect my confidence. So I need to be careful of that as well. And look how well the foundation is covering up any sort of profound redness on my cheeks as well. I do tend to be quite red faced naturally anyway, natural sort of blush if it were, but again, when I'm stressed or anxious, that I can speak faster, I tend to get quite loud, and I get frustrated with myself for it. So learning to be kind to myself has been very difficult for me, but I made a promise to myself that when I started to upload videos that I would be honest and authentic. And that's not to say anyone on you is not authentic or anything like that. Please, like I said, I'm new to this world of content creation and anything, so I'm not bashing anyone, I'm not sort of disrespecting anyone, I'm just giving my perspective and how I want to be on this platform. I'm very, very nervous. I'm not going to sort of pretend otherwise, but vulnerability is the only way I'm going to grow and become more confident in what I am doing. And a bit more foundation for my neck, and then that should be enough. So anyone watching who would like information on this product, do reach out. I will find a way of putting my social media platforms on this video. Like I said, I'm just testing something out right now. I'm not going to put pressure on myself to figure everything out in one go, because I am easily overwhelmed, and well, it's not a good thing to do and be, and it's me putting pressure on myself to be knowing everything, and I understand that's just not possible. Everything changes, algorithm, rules and regulations about what can and can't be posted and so on, and I understand that. And so I just can take it one day, one video at a time, and build myself up slowly and not put pressure on myself to do something that doesn't necessarily feel right for me. And I know there are going to be some really, really nasty people out there, not necessarily other content creators or influencers or anything like that, but viewers can be nasty, and you're entitled to your opinion, you're entitled to think what you think, but I'm trying something way out of my comfort zone, and I'm terrified. I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to lie to myself that I'm not scared, that this doesn't terrify me, because it does in a profound way. It absolutely terrifies me. I'm going in with Farmasi concealer now, and this is in shade 01, which I think is ivory, and I don't put it directly under my eyes. I find that's too streaky for me, so I take some at the back of my hand. I know I'm fully aware that this is not a concealer brush. In fact, it's a flat top brush, but this is what I use to apply my concealer under my eyes. So that's what I'm going to do. And yes, I am aware it needs to be cleaned, and it will be. I just, at the moment, I knew I was going to be recording this video, and I didn't want to do this with wet brushes. So I'm just stippling the concealer under my eyes as well. Again, best application for myself. Again, everyone has the preferences of how they apply their concealer. I'm not going to say you're right, you're wrong, because you do what works for you, and I'll do what works for me, and everyone be nice and get along. This is I intend for this to be a negative, well, no, it can't be a negative free zone, unfortunately, but I'm not going to be anything other than myself. I'm not going to conform to other people's opinions of what I should and should not be posting. If you don't, again, not being nasty, not being thing, if you don't like what you see on my channel, then by all means move on, and you know, don't subject yourself to that. But at the same time, you know, there's just no need to be nasty when someone is trying to build something for herself. I'm now going wrong path. I'm now going in with NYX Cosmetics, if I turn this around so it doesn't empty, in Cheeky Cherry to set the concealer I just applied under my eyes. I got it in the lid, and I love this setting powder. Yes, Farmasi do setting powder. Yes, it is good, but my skin doesn't like it. And every skin is different. Everyone has different preferences that they enjoy, and this is the first time me using NYX Cosmetics setting powder, and I quite like it actually. I know I'm not having a reaction to the product, it's just my skin is being temperamental and like, okay, we're having a moment. Leave that sit there and set. Now I do use setting sprays as well, but I find for me powders work better at sort of like locking in my makeup in place. Ooh, here we go. Anxiety, anxiety, anxiety. Come on, come on. You were doing fantastic. Don't need you yet. So next I'm going to contour my back, and I'm going in with Farmasi bronzing stick in the shade Wink. I don't know if you guys can see that. The shade Wink. This is buttery and absolute a dream to blend out, and I learned how to contour from YouTube videos actually a while ago, and I get a lot of very annoying comments of family, and I try not to let those comments get to me, but it's not. And I know I'm probably a bit low on my contour, guys. Like I said, my anxiety and everything, my dysmorphia is really getting to me at the minute, and I'm trying not to rush through this, but I may have to sort of manage as best as I can with everything. Like I said, please do, if you do end up watching, be a little bit, if not kind, please be empathetic and understand that this is a struggle for me, and I'm trying my best to build a decent life, because of my mental health, I cannot work a regular 9-to-5 job. My anxiety is just so bad to even consider that. I would love to be able to, really I would, but like I said, I've got to learn to be kind to myself, and that means admitting that I need extra help and support, and that's not a failure. And to anyone watching this video, please know that, and you are struggling with your mental health, please know you are not alone. I want to use this platform to inspire everyone, and I need it understood on this platform that I do not care what gender you are. I do not care how you identify. If you're gay, straight, trans, it really doesn't bother me. Like, you're all beautiful individual human beings, and you bring value to the world. And there are a lot of nasty, ignorant people in the world who are set in their ways and are unwilling to sort of change, or at least listen and try to understand your viewpoint on the world. I'm not one of them. Again, I'm very proud to announce and state that I am a Christian. However, before the negatives come in, I don't push my faith on anyone. I don't say to anyone of a different religion, your religion is wrong. Okay, at the end of the day, faith is subjective, and your faith is everything to you, and I will respect that. But I also expect that level of respect in regards to my faith and what I post regarding that. Again, I don't push it. I don't, my faith has gotten me through a lot. It has gotten me through something that very nearly caused me to not be here anymore. My confidence was severely damaged because of what I have survived, and I need to tell myself every day that I survived what I survived, and that I'm stronger than the people who tried to hurt me, the person who did hurt me and took away my sense of identity and self-worth. And I'm still here, I'm still living every day, and I'm still battling every day. There are days where it's just a bit much for me, and that's okay. Would you stop picking things up, Gramps? Get you. Sorry, my dog has decided to mess about. Here you go, come. Come on. The way this makeup is blending out is giving today. And like I said, I am trying to not rush this too much, and I may look crazy, but like I said, I've done a live on my Facebook. I have posted, and I am fast approaching time to slow down. I have the energy and the capacity to finish this video, but after that I need to be kind to me and take some time away excuse me, away from posting. And I'm happy with what I've achieved today. I'm happy that I have posted, and I may look a little bit like a Coco the Clown with my blush at the moment, but as I said, it's just one of those things that need to, it is what it is type scenario, and not in a negative way. And I'm laughing at myself, because that's just who I am. I'm not going to allow my body dysmorphia to win today. It doesn't get to win. You're not beating me today, dysmorphia. Anxiety, you are not winning neither. I am here, and I am creating content, regardless of how I feel and how I'm questioning things at the moment. Put that back on there. I've completely lost my train of productivity at the moment. Oh! That's okay, pick that up in a minute. Right. Next, I'm going to go in with NYX Cosmetics Buttermelt blush in the shade Butter Together. Now, this shade I'm not a fan of on its own. I just think it's a bit too sheer for me on its own. Again, it's a beautiful shade, absolutely stunning shade, don't get me wrong. But it's, for me, that's one of the shades that need to be layered on. And I just realised I didn't say what the blush was. It's Farmasi blush stick in the shade Joy. And I, sorry, showing it to the camera then. The mirror, excuse me, the mirror. And that's a lovely, lovely, nice, subtle pink shade. That's a nice, for me, a nice topper on top. And a nice, subtle pop of colour on top of the Farmasi blush. Again, I just learning to layer products through influencers on like TikTok and stuff, and I'm 42 and I'm not ashamed to say that I'm learning new techniques from younger generation. You know, at the end of the day, Mum never taught me about makeup. I pretty much learned everything. I'm self-taught in everything, makeup wise, skincare wise, so on. And I am liking the outcome of this. And there we are, a nice, healthy, shimmery. I don't look so dead and flat. I'm going to take some Farmasi liquid. It's just that it is the liquid highlighter. And I'm going to put some. All I'm doing is I'm just using the residual that is on the sponge applicator of the highlighter. And then where's my beauty blender too? I've lost my beauty blender. I haven't lost it. It's it's drying after having been washed, you silly sausage. I gotta laugh at myself sometimes. I do like that. Maybe not looking the best on camera, but you know, I'm happy with that. Anxiety is starting to reach its peak now, but I'm almost done. If I can keep this video under an hour, I'm happy. I'm going to go in now with Farmasi bronzer in the shade Rio. I'm going to take a nice fluffy brush and I'm going to go across my forehead and add a bit more where I put the cream sort of bronzer. I'm going to go over and give a bit more life and hopefully definition to those areas without going too crazy. I haven't done makeup this. I'm liking that. I am liking that combination a lot. Might look weird, may look crazy, but overall I am very, very happy with that. I said I'm learning, I'm getting back into it, and I'm proud, and that's something I need to hold on to. I know this was a bit of a hodgepodge sort of video. There's like no context to it, and I do apologise for that, but like I said, I'm figuring this out, so I'm learning, so bear with. And overall I am very, very happy. And because my eyes are a bit sort of bold and out there, I'm going to keep my lip very, very simple, which is rare for me. I'm not before I even do my lip, what do I need? I need my Sugar Serve NYX Cosmetics Facial Setting Powder. And I use Cheeky Cherry to brighten under my eyes, which I'm loving. And I will use Sugar Serve to set the remainder of my face. And I do go generous, and there is fallout from this, and I don't even pretend otherwise, because as I said, this needs to last, and I'm determined that it's going to. For the brief friends visit I got coming up, I want to look put together and alive, and I want them to ask about my makeup. Like I said, I really have struggled with getting what I want for myself, like not dependent on other people. So like myself with my value, and that's on me for allowing the limiting self-beliefs that I had run and pretty much be how I viewed myself for the long time, and I'm determined to change that up. Need a bit more powder, don't need loads more. And like I said, I try not to over powder, but if I feel any sort of tackiness in my makeup, I don't like it. I just don't think it lasts as good. So I'm fully set. Close that up. And I have got just over 2 minutes to finish this look, to get my video to under an hour. Let's go back in with a bit more blush, I think. Just a little, there we are. A little bit more lifelike, I think. And a nice bit of a nice shimmer to that. I'm happy. And I'm going to go in with Farmasi's Mirror Clear Lip Gloss, because I said I quite a lot going on with my eyes, I think. And with lip glosses, I don't like glosses that feel heavy or anything on my lips. I just something nice, subtle and nourishing. So there's my finished look. Thank you guys for watching when I upload this. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. Bye for now.